हरि करना।
Now let's take up a real world example to understand A/B testing better. So let's understand A/B testing in statistical analysis with a real world example. Suppose you are the owner of an online store and you want to increase the sales by improving the user experience of your website. One area you want to improve is the product page, where customers view details and images of individual products before making a purchase. You have no idea to redesign the layout of the product page to make it more visually appealing and easier to use. So, now to test your hypothesis that the new design will lead to increased sales, you decide to conduct an A B test with the following steps. So, first step is formulate a research question or hypothesis. So the research question of interest is whether the new design of the product will lead to increased sales. The hypothesis can be stated as follows. You can see on the screen, the redesigned product page will lead to a higher conversion rather than the original product page. That's what the typical hypothesis statement in A/B testing. The redesigned product will lead to a higher conversion rate than the original product page or the standard treatment or no treatment. Then design study. You design a study where users are randomly assigned to either the original product page, that's version A, or the redesigned product page, that is version B. So you use a tool like Google Optimize to create two versions of the product page, and you track user behavior using Google Analytics. Then collect data. Data is collected by tracking user behavior on both versions of the product page, such as the number of product views, clicks, and purchases. Then explore the data. So you explore the collected data to look for any patterns or trends that may affect the analysis, such as differences in the number of page views or the amount of time spent on the each page. Of course, each page means we have only two pages here, version A and version B. So once that is done, once exploration of the data is done, now it's time to choose a model. Choose a statistical model. You choose a statistical model based on the research question and the characteristics of the data. For example, you may use a two sample t-test, two sample t-test or chi-squared test to compare the conversion rates of the two versions of the product page. And third one, next one is estimate model parameters. You estimate the parameters of the chosen statistical model, such as the mean conversion rate for each version of the product page. And the final one, not final, but the most important step, that's the nail in the coffin, that's test hypothesis. So here where the A/B testing result comes out. You test the hypothesis that the redesigned product page leads to a higher conversion rate by checking if the estimated conversion rate for version B is significantly higher than that of version A. And with that, it's time to draw conclusions. let's draw conclusions based on the results of the hypothesis test. You draw conclusions about which version of the product page leads to higher sales. For example, if the hypothesis test indicates that the redesigned product page has a significantly higher conversion rate than the original product page, you may conclude that the redesigned product page leads to higher sales. And finally, we have to communicate the results. You communicate the results of the analysis to your marketing team and development team, so you may decide to implement the redesigned product page permanently and continue to monitor its performance over time to ensure that the improvement in conversion rates is sustained. So this is the real world application of A/B testing. So let's write a small piece of code to even simulate this one. So importing numpy as np, and then scipy stats module. From the stats module, import this t test ind t test underscore ind. So now let's generate a simulated data. So here original conversion rates, that's the first variable, and redesigned conversion rates. Okay, these are the data from version A or standard treatment. Okay, so that's what this is original conversion rates and redesigned conversion rates. Then after that, we have to conduct a two sample t test. So t statistic and p value we have calculated both, one t test int and then original conversion rates and redesigned conversion rate with equivalence equal variance false. So then let's print the results of the hypothesis test and let's see if p value less than 0.05, then because we have taken an hypothesis, a null hypothesis, if the p value of that is less than 0.05, then the redesigned product page leads to a significantly higher conversion rate. If it is not, if the p value is greater than 0.05, then it would be opposite. So we are not we are rejecting the hypothesis. We are rejecting the hypothesis. Let's see whether we accept the hypothesis, whether we confirm the hypothesis or reject the hypothesis. Yeah, we are confirming the hypothesis. The redesigned product page leads to a significantly higher conversion rate with p-value 0.0000. That means which is lesser than 0.05. So we are confirming the hypothesis.